All right, guys, another nice win for the Utah Jazz. This against the team that normally blows out the Jazz. Tonight, they blow them out against the Indiana Pacers. This is the Hoops Nerd postgame show. I get nervous now when we play the Pacers because every time the Jazz play Indiana, they seem to have our number. They seem to blow us out, whether they have Oladipo or not. And obviously Oladipo will be coming back at some point for Indiana. I'm not quite sure. Indiana fans, let me know in the comments when that's happening. But you saw in an Indiana team tonight, pretty much you've got to kind of chalk a lot of this up to a tired Indiana Pacers team. They come in on a back end of a back-to-back, fly overnight from Denver. And I know the Jazz have been taken care of by other teams. Like the Jazz were, I think, 3-2 against teams on the back end of a back-to-back coming into this game. And they took care of business. Indiana looked tired. And I think there's that thing, and I think, Harpring, I can't stand Harpring, but he did make a good point. Like, you can't quite tell, is it good defense for Utah or was it bad shooting for Indiana? Now, I really like Malcolm Brogdon. In a lot of ways, I wish he was on the Jazz. I felt like that was a guy the Jazz should have gone for in the offseason, and tonight he just didn't have a good game. And I think some of that was he just kept challenging Rudy Gobert at the rim. That's not going to end well. If you get one on Rudy Gobert, you say your prayers of gratitude and thanks to the basketball gods, because it doesn't happen a lot. And Brogdon scored early and then kept doing it, and it ended very poorly. And it really ended badly for a lot of the time for Turner and Domantas Sabonis, who, by the way, I really like. It just didn't work out. And a lot of it is just tired legs for Indiana, who shot for the game 26% from three. Not ideal, not great, and they miss some wide open buckets. You won't see that all the time with them. They're going to be interesting because they kind of remind me of Utah last year with Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert, where you have Turner and Sabonis. And honestly, I mean, I could be wrong, Indiana. I need to watch more of you guys play. I'm going to especially watch when Oladipo gets back, but I mean, it feels a little bit like two centers playing at times. I know Turner can kind of spread the floor and Sabonis as well, but it's a little herky-jerky at times, and I just kind of wonder if at some point they really need to just focus on one. I love Domantas Sabonis. He is a beast and a stud. He's just like a brick wall on defense and seems to do really well. And then on offense, he's a passer. He can shoot the ball. He can score. He's got that little inside game. Just a really nice overall player. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what Indiana does going forward, going with Oladipo and Brogdon, and then do they kind of stick with one of these big men as their main center and let the other go? We'll see. It's kind of interesting. For Utah, there's just so much to like. Mike Conley comes off the bench again, has a big night. Mike Conley tonight was 6 for 8 from the field in 14 points in 17 minutes. 2 assists, 2 turnovers, a +6 for the game. He was just phenomenal. Mike Conley, we'll see what happens, but right now off the bench, it's great. And maybe they're just kind of getting him rest and getting him into game shape and making sure that body is right so that if they do eventually move him to the starting unit, which I think they probably will eventually do, you will have Royce O'Neal coming off the bench probably at that point. I think that's what you have to do. And we'll see how it goes. But right now, after 2 games, it looks pretty good. Mike Conley coming off the bench. I think what the Jazz just need to do right now is just watch, just let it play out, see what works, try different lineups. I noticed there were times where Quinn had Conley, Mitchell, even at Royce, it was like a few moments where it was kind of the potential starting unit for Utah with Mike Conley, and it looked pretty good. I don't know if the fit is quite perfect. We'll see. We just got to watch. There's no way to know. We can't say right now definitively, Mike Conley come off the bench, Mike Conley start, this, that. What the Jazz need to do right now is stick with what's working and slowly work Mike Conley back in. And if that means starting, that's what they'll do. If it's not, it's not. I know that's not the greatest answer to everything, but it's the right answer. So another big night for Donovan Mitchell, 25 points, 11 for 19 from the field, 57%, 40% from 3. That's all-star stuff. Donovan Mitchell is an all-star, and don't make him angry. Oh my goodness. I think it was Aaron Holiday. Could be wrong. It was one of the Holiday brothers. You made him mad. You wouldn't like Donovan Mitchell when he's angry. You wouldn't like him when he gets mad. You can't handle this anger. You can't guard him. Do not do it. Remember the crowd in Detroit? You did this. You did this. Donovan Mitchell will make you pay. Don't make him mad or you will pay. It's just how it goes. An angry Donovan Mitchell is someone who drives to the rim, finishes with ferocity, and you can't stop it. So don't do it. Just a PSA, a little warning to all the NBA, as Lakers Twitter once said. Be careful, because if you make this guy mad, he will make you pay. And he proved a point tonight at a time in the game where it was over already. It was fun to watch. Rudy Gobert is the best defensive center in the NBA, and in my opinion, he's just the best center in the NBA. Tonight was a plus 24 for the Jazz. 8 for 11 from the field, 14 rebounds, 20 points with a nice little lefty hook shot, by the way. And then also 2 assists, 0 fouls for Rudy Gobert. Unbelievable stuff. He is just devastating to other teams, trying to get to the rim, trying to score in the post. He's just getting better, stronger, more unbreakable. His ankles, you cannot turn them. They do not break. He is Godzilla, and he will stop you. Do not try it. At your own safety, don't do it. Don't. I'm begging you. Royce O'Neal, nice night. Didn't quite hit the shots, but his defense is just fantastic. It's so nice to see Royce O'Neal get that 4-year contract for the Jazz. Just beautiful. Joe Ingles, again, is just a master. I love how he has 6 points, 7 assists, and he's a plus 21. Right up there with Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles is a maestro. He is just leading that Jazz offense like a perfect orchestra, symphony, whatever it is. Every instrument's getting the right amount of sound. It's just making beautiful music for this Jazz. It's amazing. I love Joe Ingles in this starting lineup. I was so wrong at the beginning of the year when I thought maybe it was better for him to come off the bench. It's obvious that Joe Ingles is a superstar in this league, and I'm not joking around. He's amazing. He is the best glue guy, utility player in the NBA, and he just shoots 45% from 3, so that's pretty good as well. Tonight, just a measly 66% from 3, 2 for 3. Pretty good. Jordan Clarkson, he is just a perfect little compliment on that bench. 6th man that just gets buckets, corner threes, and scores in the lane, and I love his passing. When Jordan Clarkson's on the floor, the ball moves. It's just beautiful. JC is great. Plus 14 for the game. And finally, George Niang. The minivan was rolling again. Anyone who said anything about George Niang, go out of town. Because the minivan rumbles to the rim and scores, hits threes, moves the ball. And guess what? The defense is better. He was staying in front of his man multiple times. Big, nice defensive plays from George Niang. Bojan Bogdanovic, pretty off night for him. Plus 16, though. He spreads the floor. 16 points. He was 45% from the field from 2. That's all. You'll take that. Obviously, Indiana was trying to take that 3 from Bojan. But pretty good. 4 rebounds for Bojan. He's trying to get those rebounds. He doesn't want that 0-0. And that's all we got today, guys. I tried to cover everyone. I know everyone gets mad if I don't talk about everyone, but I'm trying to talk about everyone, so that's what I did. All right? I'm doing my best. I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can so I can get this show done. Like and subscribe to this video. Talk to you later.